Brooke Burke joins us now for her first television interview since the loss of her beloved brother, Tommy. Let's welcome her to the Tam Fam.
Hard to watch that. Hi, Tamron.
Hi, Brooke. How are you? This was just July.
Well, I would have said great, but seeing that, it's hard. You know, we're still in it. We are getting through the grieving process, healing. Everyone in the family handling it in different ways. Daughters, mothers, aunties, siblings. There's a lot of us brothers and sisters. There's a lot of Burke siblings. We're in it, you know, on so many days it doesn't seem real. So watching that was, it's a lot. It's a lot.
I feel like I know him through you. When I read the post about what a great uncle, I know you all are from a blended family. Tommy has a blended family of his own. And he's the kind of guy you see a picture and you think, I know this guy. I would have hung out with this guy.
Yeah, he has that infectious personality, all love. I mean, a bona fide Burke. His nickname was Fat Cat. He was happy and jolly and an artist and a creator, a musician, a rapper, a lover of life. I mean, he was so many things to so many people. Really the king of queens, 5 daughters. Yeah.
Take me to his battle with weight. I know that you said that he was always a person, a human being who would take care of others, but sometimes he neglected taking care of himself. Explain that.
Well, you know, I really feel like the greatest neglect of self-care is the ability to care for others. It's just what happens. I mean, he wasn't a heavy child. He became obese later in life for a lot of reasons. You know, I think lifestyle, economic struggles, I think support systems, some might say culture, I think discipline. Our father was an addict, you know, an alcoholic. I think he was battling with that. And these are the things that people and families don't always talk about because there's shame related to it. There's an acceptance that comes along with a very loving, supportive family. And there were many seasons and many periods of time where Tommy came to live with me and my children. He was incredibly helpful. He was brilliant, valedictorian, studied child psychology, was there for me and my children when we were going through difficult times in our life. So he was the guy that just kind of showed up for everybody. And I would say everybody that knew him would say that he was happy. He wasn't battling with depression. He wasn't battling with a lot of things that are common and expected when you look deep into the psychology of obesity.
I know that you mentioned, Brooke, he stayed with you from time to time. There was a visit where he stayed with you and he lost nearly 70 pounds. So he was aware of, obviously, your influence in his life, not just as his sister, but as a healthy example. And as I understand, around you, he would eat pretty healthy. You believe a lot of the eating that was damaging to him was happening in secrecy or happening away from people.
Well, you know, it's tricky. And I just want to say that this is a tough interview for me, and I approach this very delicately, A, because of who I am in my business and the public perception, but it's very difficult for me to have this conversation. And B, because, you know, out of respect for my family and the process. But I just want to quickly say that this isn't about size, you know, this isn't about being fit. This is about living. And this is about lifestyle. And this is about discipline. And this is about the struggle of living and the fear of dying. And, you know, there were periods of time where he would come to me, and as strong as he was very vulnerable. And he shared with me that he was afraid that he was going to lose his life. And he wanted to live, and he wanted to be better, and he wanted to be healthier, and he wanted to be mobile. There are all these things that come along with obesity that affect the life. It's not just about image. It's about your ability to get up. It's about energy. It's about how you feel every day. It's the ability to go out and live your life and do it in a way that other people are doing it so naturally. So we would get down in the discipline, and I'm a person, because it's what I do for a living. I know how to feed my family. I know how to get into the kitchen and make mindful meals. I know how to motivate. So Tommy and I would get up and we would walk and we would cook and we would shop and we would create delicious meals that were enjoyable. And he was in it, and he was fighting the fight. And there was one period of time where he lost almost 70 pounds. And then there was the reality and the honesty that we were so comfortable to share together, of the fear of him saying, it's time for me to go home and go back to being a daddy and return to my life. And I'm scared. I'm scared that I won't be able to maintain this lifestyle.
I'll go back to a story I've shared regarding my sister and her death as a result of domestic violence. I felt like such guilt. Why couldn't I reach her? Here I am. I can reach you. I talk to you every day, and I couldn't reach her. Did you feel anger or guilt that this is what I do for a living and I can't help the person I love?
Yeah, I to be honest, anger sounds like an odd emotion to have when you're dealing with loss of a loved one. It's very real. It's very common. I felt angry just because he's not here anymore. I felt angry that he's not going to be here for his daughters. I felt angry that we all have to miss him. But I also, it's very difficult to be there for someone in the family that's struggling with addiction and battling with obesity, because all you can do is love and support. But there is an element, in my opinion, that you have to get real with your family, and you have to have these conversations, and avoiding it because of shame, avoiding it because of denial. There's such a evil consequence of this type of a lifestyle that has to be addressed in a family, I think. And so now we're dealing with that, and now we're tiptoeing with the reality of, what happened, and hearing the word morbid obesity. I mean, that's a shocker. Dealing with the cause of death that could have been avoided, that's painful. And so to get down and deep in a family and start addressing those issues and start teaching our children and start guiding a community in a really delicate and compassionate way to come out on the other side of that smarter and wiser and more able to live a healthy life of longevity and energy and habits that are going to allow us to just be here and be together. It's tricky, Tamron. It's really tricky.
It is. My friend Brooke, and I can call you that now, I've got you on the coffee. I do start with the coffee. I have to wean myself off of sugar. I still eat a lot of white sugar. I'm working on it. I'm a work in progress, like we all are. So I will try the cinnamon. Now, this celery drink, my team, thank you, team, brought over is what you drink in the morning. In my 51 years of planet, on this planet, I've never had celery juice. Now, I like celery in a turkey when you're making dressing or stuffing, but I don't know about this version of it. I'm gonna sip it.
You're not gonna like it. This is fuel, so you're just gonna down it. And a lot
I'm gonna down it. What does this do for me before I drink it? Tell me what does it do for me while I'm drinking?
This is great for anti-inflammation. It's gonna give you a little clean out. It's gonna start your day right. And even if you don't like it, these are some of the things you just do it. Like, I'm all over my kids about that. Part of this, it's not that bad. Part of this is fuel.
Wait, you said it was bad. You said Brooke. Now let me just pull the curtain back on TV. We're live. I already know you said it doesn't taste good, but you do it because it.
It's fuel. I don't love it. I just do it. There are a lot of things when you make a commitment to living a healthy lifestyle that you're not going to like.
Can you add honey? Can I add honey?
No sugar.
No sugar?
There you go again on the sugar. You got to give up sugar. Listen, you know what? This is a season right now that we're working on creating some really deep disciplinary habits, on my app. And we're also giving up a few things. So if you can give up sugar, even for a season, oh my goodness.
I hope you see that I'm really still trying to finish it. You said just drink it up.
Come on. And you know what?
They gave me a big gulp.
If you didn't have your lipstick on and you lose the straw, it's much
Chuck
easier
it back.
now.
Okay, I'll get back to you later, Celery. Meanwhile, I got to ask you, TikTok videos. Oh my gosh, you've been just really doing phenomenal fitness work on TikTok. You use your closet, your kitchen, even your wine bottles to get fit. I mean, this is, your thing is we can find a way to do this anywhere, no excuses.
Well, that's right. I mean, that's what the new digital gym is about, and that's what we're doing on my app, Brooke Burke Body, because it's not about having to go to the gym or pay for a class. You can take anything you have at home. You can create a space in your living room with a yoga mat, water bottles, wine bottles. Even if you don't have weights, you can choose 5 minutes a day. And I'm the girl that used to laugh at that. So we created workouts in the kitchen, using a chair in your office. This is about energy. This is about mobility. This is about getting up in the morning and saying, I'm going to give myself 5 minutes, 8 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Even if you don't love fitness, that's what's available right now. You can go on YouTube and find free workouts. You can line it up on your smart TV. You can have me big screen in your living room training you. You can do it with the kids. We did a big program on family fitness going through the pandemic, watching my kids sitting behind a computer, watching everybody go through quarantine 15, that's what we called it, where we're sitting around and there's less movement. So for me, it's about getting up, making a commitment, pencil it in, find an accountability buddy, set a goal for the season. The holidays are coming, and just get it done. And you can spend 5 minutes or 30, whatever you're
Listen, I like
jamming.
the 5 minutes. I like the 10 minutes. I still don't like that celery. But I do love that you have found love. You just turned 50, and you got the ultimate birthday gift just a few weeks ago. You got engaged to your longtime boyfriend, Scott Rigsby. So, you're 50, Scott is 48. Oh,
Yes,
and the ring is $5 bazillion. If we're going by numbers, my team said, Tamron, every picture on Instagram, all we can see is the ring. Just the ring
My
on
kids are teasing me. I'm like, well, how can you not? What am I going to do? Turn it around and hide? But you know what? It's like 50, fiance. It was a big year. And, you know, and coming through the role of this summer of dealing with my family loss and my brother, and then the joy and the celebration of what Scott and I are going through, it's been a lot. And, you know, I'm just entering into this final season of this year, trying to be positive, trying to set, you know, great goals for myself, for my family, goals of change, and leaning into and celebrating love with an open heart and acceptance. And, you know, I never expected this to happen. I really didn't. I would have said never, never, never again. And then someone comes along and changes your life. And, you know, I'm just trying to live that way. I'm trying to raise my children that way.
Well, you're not trying, you're doing it. And that's why we love you. You're not trying, you're doing it.